All right, so we're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. Okay, so good evening and welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome. Today is the day 5 of this conference, and so far it has been amazing. So far it has been beautiful. So far, all the sessions have been very powerful. Right from the day one, when we talked about how to use affiliates to get more sales for your business, how to use other people to get more sales for your business. And day two, Precious was here to show us how we can use storytelling and well within stories to sell more. How you can use stories to capture people's attention. You can use stories to get people to listen to you, to tie and buy into what you're selling and give you their money. And she shared a lot that day that those who were here and those who have watched the replay they benefited from. All right, and on day three we had Louis Akweze here, who took time to drill us on lead generation and audience nurturing and even audience conversion. So how do you get strangers to come into your funnel or come into your business space? How do you groom them to go from strangers to friends to customers? And then how do you get them to pay you and even keep paying you over and over again? All right, yesterday was supposed to be day 4. Our guest was not available. So I will still see how I can reach him and maybe reschedule that particular session to the end of the conference. But today is day 5 and we have another very, very awesome session for you. As you can see, our guest is already here, Sir David. And Sir David is one of the best in social media advertising in this part of the world. You cannot call top 5 social media Facebook ad experts without calling Sir David. He has a company, a digital marketing company, and this is one of the things they specialize on. So if you're going to learn Facebook ads and from anybody, Sir David is your best or one of your best bets. And he's here with us today to share with us from his experience how you can use advertising, running ads on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Google, how you can use social media advertising to scale your business, to get more customers, to get more leads, to get more clients, to grow, to sell more at the end of the day. Okay? If you're not running ads, you are shortchanging your business because you cannot depend only on free traffic. Sir Lewis taught us about how to use free traffic to bring leads, but free traffic is limited. You need to go beyond free and start paying platforms for audience, paying platforms for traffic. Paid advertising is the only type of advertising that is predictable, that you can measure the results. You can compare your inputs with what you're getting out. You can scale by putting more in, you get more out of it. So there's a lot when it comes to social media advertising that can help your business. And Sir David will be sharing that with us today. So Sir David, you're welcome. You're welcome. Are you still here, sir?
Yes, I'm still very here with us. So good evening, everybody. I don't know if you can see me clearly.
Yes, I
Trust
can
me.
see you.
Thank you so very much, Pendullum, for the warm reception. Like I said earlier, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't you. I would want to postpone or we want to, what's the other word, disappoint, but I can't just do that to you. And I said something. It's going to be more about what I'm going to be saying than what you are going to be seeing because
Hello, sir.
and good evening, everyone. So kindly listen to the words I'm saying. I'm not a person of so much words. So I think in less than 45 minutes, I'm going to be out of your faces. Tottenham was introducing me earlier, and I don't know why he was limiting. He was limiting my entire session to what's the word now? I feel like he was limiting my entire session to just social media advertising. And when he made mention of Facebook advertising, in my head, I was like, don't limit it. I didn't come here to just talk about social media or um social media or Facebook advertising. I came here to talk about advertising in general. What's advertising really? Yeah, what is advertising? Because I think we don't get the concept enough because we are used to freebies as Nigerians, and it has limited our mindset. Okay, it has limited our sales. It has limited opportunities. It has limited almost everything that's going to set us for the next level. That's going to set us up there to be able to compete with the first class, the first world, and the second world countries. Can you still hear me, Pendullum, please? I feel if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
So, what I'm going to be talking about today is how to make sales, selling without stress through advertising in general. So I'm not limiting it to Facebook advertising. I'm not limiting it to social media advertising. Okay, and I'm just going to give you a recap of who I am because I feel like this is an orientation I feel also need to change. When most people hear of my name, okay, I'm so sorry you're not seeing my face. This is so embarrassing, but trust me, by God's will, by the time I'm done, I think we will have so much value from the words than actually the visuals or whatsoever that's on ground. I'm really so sorry. So when we talk about advertising, what is actually advertising? Okay, I said I was going to give you a feedback of what I am, who I am. So I'm a digital marketing strategist. Yeah. So I can use the word digital advertising, but no, um, at all times before you start subscribing to paid something or before you start trying to want to pay for something, you have to leverage on what the free is all about. Before you decide to run Facebook ads, you have to understand what a Facebook page is all about. Before you start to want to use buy an iCloud from an iPhone, you have to understand what your free memory capacity is all about. Before you buy a memory card for your phone, you have to understand what the internal memory size is all about. Okay, so that's why I'm being referred to as a digital marketing strategist because marketing at all times encompasses everything, both the free and the paid. All right, so let's start with advertising, which I'm here to talk about. So, what is advertising? In short, in the shortest and purest and simplest of form, advertising is the paid version of marketing. Advertising is the paid version of marketing. Marketing is freemium, advertising is premium. So whenever you tender something, it can be in terms of token, cash, whatsoever, but there's a trade by barter. That is what we know as advertising. It always requires you to pay, it always requires you to give. There's always an exchange. Like Kanayo will always say, you have to make a sacrifice for advertising to always take place. All right. So if you understand that concept, then selling without stress through advertising will become clearer to you that before I ever think advertising, there should be a budget in kind or budget in cash. But there's always a budget. There's no advertising that you can start or that you can launch without a budget in mind. Okay, so that is me trying to break down what advertising is and what is selling without stress. I like this topic so much. Selling without stress. See, it is not first and foremost. Sorry, paid love. It is not easy to sell without stress. And that's why I like all of the topics that have been coming up since. You have to understand there are different concepts you have to understand before you can come to before you can come to the authoritative level of selling without stress. By God's grace, I'll say it, I'm blessed. God has been faithful. But I still encounter small stress whenever I don't align all of these topics that has been outlined for you for this conference. If I don't align all of them, if I should miss one, as simple as one, that's why you should not downplay any of the sessions. You are going to encounter stress in your selling. You don't only need advertising, you need branding, you need leads, you need storytelling. All of it at all times. And it's why I think I'm starting already because I think I'm going to list like let me say like five at least five reasons why you've been selling with stress through advertising. Okay, so if I tell you why you've been selling with stress through advertising, then you will know what to stop. So you start selling without stress, right? So the first thing first is we don't care about our branding as Nigerians. We don't care about our branding as Nigerians. I always say this. I think I'm going to end with the advertising proper. Thank God I mentioned just five. I didn't do more than that. So we'll just go with five. We don't sell, we don't prioritize our branding as Nigerians. I usually don't know why. And when we hear of branding, the first thing that comes to our mind is logo, this, that. Trust me, those are even like the secondary when it comes to branding. But I will tell you this at all times. Before I buy from you, before I see your logo, I see you as a person. You are the first representation of your business. And like I will always say, I don't care what they've said. First impression might not be everything, but it matters to you. It matters to us as Nigerians. I come again. First impression might not be everything, but as a salesman, it matters to you and it matters to your audience. Because
Okay, I think he's having network issues. He has he has gone off, but he will come back very soon. But as we wait for him to join again, I hope you picked something very important that he said. Selling without stress is not easy. Okay, before you get to a level where you can sell without stress, there are a lot of factors that come into play, and many of those factors is what we have outlined and what we will still outline in this conference. Okay, if you want to sell without stress, you need to know how to generate leads. You need to know how to use content marketing. You need to know how to apply copywriting. You need to know how, when, where to run ads. You need to use quality visuals. You need to know how to close leads. You need to know how to generate leads, how to nurture your audience. There are so many things you need to put together if you're going to sell without stress. And that's the reason this conference was put together. So our guest is back. I'll add him back to the stream now.
all right. Hello, can you hear me? Can you
I
hear me?
can hear you. You're welcome back. I can hear you, sir. I can I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right, sir. So please, what was the last word you had me say before Nigeria fucked me up?
You're talking about
Yes, I
reasons
can hear
why
you loud
people
and clear. I was like, please, what was the last word you had me say before my network?
you were saying we don't prioritize our branding as Nigerians. First impression matters.
All right. So I was trying to analyze that. I was talking. Did you get the first impression part?
Yeah. You were saying that first
All
impression is
right.
very
Did you
important.
get? I made a quote about first impressions.
Yes, I got it. That
Did you get that?
first impression matters very much for you as a salesperson or as a business
All
person.
right.
Your first
So
impression is very
let's try our best to start discarding. All right. Let's start discarding that point where we were brought up to be raised. Not even all parents raised us like that. My parents didn't raise me about first impression doesn't matter. In fact, my mom was very keen of first impression. My mom was very keen. Even my dad doesn't do the white collar job while growing up. So it was not even first impression about impression does not even matter about the job he does. But I was able to study, like I will always say, when I say it most times, people are always surprised when they say, who is your mentor? Who is your role model? Don't you have one? If you don't post anybody, I'm like, I grew up with hardworking parents. So I learned most of the things from my dad, especially. All right. So, well, I found that while growing up with him, his work does not actually need him to show up, maybe during his working hours, to show up at his best. But whenever he is not in that work mode, maybe he's trying to meet up with his friends or he's trying to go over see his superiors, people that he works for, he wants to collect money and all of that, he always looks his best. So I was trying to understand all of this. Then I didn't have answers until now. So that's branding. Like myself, I can be. Let's put it as entrepreneurs or digital creatives. We are indoors, and we are mostly going to be using boxers and singlets and Pendulum is using a Master United JC right now. Same with me initially. I don't even know why I was doing that JC. I'm not a Master United fan. But this is what we do indoor. But now we're getting our hands dirty. But when we come out, how do we look? And that's branding. As simple as that. When you show up, how do you show up? See, I see you first before I see your logo. I see you first before I see your website. I see you first before I see your social media. All these are very important to branding. I'm not teaching about brand, I'm teaching about advertising, but you cannot push out nonsense and pay for it. You cannot have a budget for pushing out nonsense. So if you must have a budget that you want to apply in being digitally responsible through advertising, it should be something worth it. Okay, so and branding is not about mainly about um your logo and all of that. They are amazing, they are good, all right. But branding is more essential to who you are as a person, what your business represents, and how you show up. Okay, that's for the first one for the branding aspect. So, in the essence of that entire branding story, what am I talking about? Invest in everything that concerns you. Invest in your outlook in as much as you invest in your in-look. People have mentioned too much about buying online courses, increasing your knowledge. Fine, amazing. Increase your awareness, your appearance also. Your appearance should be top notch because it is your appearance that we are talking to you to want to know what you got on your inside. If your appearance is not attractive, I am not interested in your inside. Beauty is not in the eyes of the beholders anymore. Beauty is in the awareness that I have of your appearance. Beauty is the awareness that I have of your appearance. Okay, so that's for branding. Then, secondly, if you want to sell without stress through advertising, you have to take your content creation game extremely serious because advertising is the light at the end of the tunnel. It is not the process of the tunnel. Advertising is the light at the end of the tunnel. It is not the tunnel itself. There are other components that makes up the tunnel that leads to the light, which is advertising. And you have to take all of this crucial. Okay, so the second point, it is in the content creation of your advertising project. The first one was the branding process of your advertising project. This second one is the content creation of your advertising project. You have an idea. There's this beautiful concept in your head, but how do you push it out there? We saw what Pendullum did for this amazing conference. It sent me the first set of flyers. Amazing. Very good with different colors. He sent me another. When he sent me another, and I was like, did you change the first one? He said no. That he needs an alternative. And that is content creation. See, Nigerians are difficult people first. I will keep saying this until we start accepting it. Because I think it is in our non-acceptance that's leading to the low sales we are getting. We feel like, see, oh God, officer. See, Nigerians are poor. We don't have buying power. Nigerians are poor. Accept it. There's poverty in the land. So when you are trying to sell to the few people that has the buying power, you have to be a
Elisa, I can't hear you again. No. Okay, yeah, it's gone again. So I get our network has okay, it's back. It's back. Please bear with us. Network is not friendly. Okay, let me add him back to the stream. I'm adding it back to the stream.
hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Welcome back.
Is it my network or yours?
My network is stable. You're the one going off and coming on, but I can hear you now.
But I'm usually very audible and clear. Why? Jesus Christ, it's fine.
The audio
So,
is clear. I can hear
um,
you.
so I was talking about
the tunnel process. All right. So advertising is at the end of it all the time, but there are components that are involved before you finally launch that advertising. Because it is not just about I want to sell. Okay, so now I remember exactly what I was talking about Nigerians. Nigerians are extremely poor. There are a few selected for every product. And as usual, it is saturated again. There are over 3 million digital marketers in Nigeria. There are over 20,000 publishing firms in this country, even though they are not registered. There are over like 1,000 amazing writers like Pendullum in Nigeria. So for you to want to be exceptional, for you to want to sell, then you have to go through the process of doing what is worth it. Because again, Nigerians are poor. It is not an insult, it is not a curse, but it is reality. And once you are being very, I tell people that the first thing that happens when you want to advertise a product, be very realistic. Stop thinking like a thief. You want to sell a product worth about 1 million naira, and you are saying I want to make like 1,000 sales. Who Dangote will not make 1,000 sales of a 1 million naira product? That is being non-realistic and it's making you a thief. And when you start having that kind of mindset, it makes you what's the word now? It makes your processes or it makes your project unachievable. But when you are realistic, oh, I'm selling a product of 10,000 naira and I can sell to up to 10 persons, that's 100,000 in total. Irrespective of who you are, irrespective of the stage you've gotten to, you are being realistic. And not being realistic just in marketing or in advertising in general. If you are being realistic, there's more tendency for you to pass through your threshold, to pass through your objective. If you are targeting at 10 sales, there's always a tendency for you to go above that 10 sales and so on and so on. And what leads to this process is your content creation process. And what's content creation in general? I think there will be a master class on that. So my job, when I get to the end of the tunnel, which is the light, advertising, I'll now explain better what advertising is. So I'm trying to just give you a snippet of all what are required. So you will also anticipate other sessions. So you will see that all sessions, like I've said earlier, are extremely important for your growth. If you want to sell without stress, the way I personally, by God's grace, have been selling without stress, our Pendulum has been selling without stress, our all of the amazing speakers and friends have been selling without stress. All right? Your content creation game, you're selling to different people. You're selling a product to a male and female, and their perception are different. They are girly colors and they are manly colors. They are girly styles and they are manly styles. They are manly words and they are girly words. In fact, I don't need to say so much. Just see. God has blessed you, because if you are here, it actually shows you are one way or the other connected to Pendulum, or you should be connected to him. He writes about all this on his status frequently for absolutely free. So your content creation game should be top notch. Create diversity when creating content. You are not creating content for just one person. You are creating for like 10 different persons. So always put that in mind. Okay? So talk about branding, we'll talk about content creation. We should talk about the advertising medium. The advertising medium. I didn't use advertising media. Media is plural. I'm using advertising medium. So whenever you plan to launch any advertising project, consider a media. Consider a media. Because I said it initially that advertising is the paid or the premium version of marketing. Marketing is free or marketing is premium. It's freemium rather. Free is FREEMIUM. All right. Then premium, on the other hand, is a popular word, so we all know the spelling. So before you consider that, that's why I talked about advertising media, not medium. So you've actually tested a tool or a media that is absolutely best for your product or your project. So because if you don't test it with the free part, if you don't know the storage capacity of a particular phone, you should not support it with an external memory card. So you already know the media. Identify the best media, because when you do marketing, you are trying out different mediums. You are trying different things. You can try Facebook, which encompasses of WhatsApp, Instagram. You can be trying Google, which encompasses of YouTube, Google AdSense, display ads, and the rest of that. So before you now go into advertising, oh, this is the one that works best for this project. This is the one that works best for this product. That is the one you launch the budget into. You don't do advertising on a scale and error fit. No, it's money involved. I said, so all of my words are going to be connected. I said Nigerians are poor, including yourself as an entrepreneur. If you're not poor, you won't be doing business to survive. So you can't launch an advertising project without actually knowing what you want to do, without actually being intentional about it. Okay, so identify a media that you will work with, which you have at least done on the free scale, and you've achieved a little result. Now it's time to 10x your result through advertising. First was branding, second was your content creation, the third was your advertising media. All right, so the fourth we are going to be diving into tonight is your advertising budget. Your advertising budget. All right, so I always say this whenever a client comes to me. I want this project, I want to do this, I want to do that. How do we go? The first question I will always ask is, what is the best amount? What is the best budget you have for this particular project? Irrespective of whether you are hiring David as a professional or you are hiring his roadside digital marketing strategies. What is the best you are ready to put into this? And Nigerians, you should do better. I think I'm currently working with a client, all my clients, and we agreed on a particular budget when we wanted to start the project. Omo, I think right now we're fighting. But you're saying the balanced advertising budget has been war. So we should be true to ourselves. I know it's not easy, but God is going to make it very easy for us. I'm sorry, wherever you are listening from, and whoever you are, I'm a very religious person. I am a very religious person. So I'm saying it so you should hear. I am a very religious person. At all times, I will mention my God. All right. So that's that for that. So I always be very honest with what your advertising budget is all about for each project. Always tell that's going to be our final stage. Always tell whoever you are working with, this is what I can do. This is the best I can do. So it encourages or it simplifies the sales funnel. It simplifies all of the sales tracks, all of the sales strategies, and whatsoever that's going to be involved in achieving your objective. Always be clear. See, there are things that I used to see this quote all around that. Well, that if I lie, what can you do to me? No, if I tell you the truth, rather, will you beat me? Same thing with advertising. If you tell me your marketing budget, will I beat you? Of course, no, I can't beat you. It's what you have. So let's always be transparent with that. Transparency in your advertising budget, it makes the achieving of your advertising goal simpler and achievable. Transparency in your advertising budget makes the acquisition of your advertising goal or advertising project achievable. Okay, so that's that for that. So the last but not the least for tonight, before I try and summarize everything I've been saying since, is who are you working with on your advertising projects? You cannot do it alone. There needs to be collaboration between you and at least one person. At least one person, meaning you can go to an extent to 2, 3, 4, or 5, depending on the size of the project you are working upon. To this level, I still collaborate with my friends. There are some projects that comes on my desk that I cannot execute alone. I make some calls. Hey, the people I call frequently are Iben Muyiwa. Hey, guy, what's up? There's this project. Or I call Rege Oluwa, or I call Teresa, or Pendullum. But I will always, or between Maxine, I always want to reach out and say, hey, guy, hey, babe, what's up? There's this job on my table. So there's always need for collaboration because you can't do it all. See, no matter how big you are, there are projects that are bigger than you. No matter how big you are. So as an entrepreneur or a freelancer, who are you working with to simplify your advertising project? I will leave you with that question because I feel like the reason why advertising has been so hard for you is that you have been doing it all by yourself. Liverpool motto is, we will never work alone. You can't do this alone. And I am speaking to creatives, or I'm speaking to entrepreneurs, or I'm speaking to freelancers that I feel like they have the big picture in mind. So they're not working on small projects anymore. Because if it's small project, trust me, then you should be selling without stress. Now, if you're selling Indomie, that means your neighbor should know you are selling Indomie and they should come and buy for you all the time without actually investing in advertising. All right. So those are the 5 core things tonight. You can elaborate on them or you can research on them to understand better. But when you get all of this right, then it's time to launch your advertising project. So what did I talk about advertising in the beginning? So advertising is simply paying with your knowledge, paying with your skill, or paying with money, but it is a premium version of anything that is free. Wherever free ends, advertising follows. It's never for free. You have to pay, you have to tender something in order to get advertising. You want people to see more of your business, you have to pay to print banner. You want social media, more people to see your business, you have to pay for ads. You want more people to see your business, you have to dress well and look good to that event. All of this costs money. It is not always at your comfort. So what's the opposite of it? I mentioned charity, so I will tell you what's the free part of it. If you don't want to come out for conferences and seminars to look good, stay in your house, stay in your room and wear your boxers and your singlet, or you can even be naked. To be naked is free. If you want to, if you don't want to print banner for people to see your business, fine. Stay in your house and tie whatsoever you are selling around your walls. Your walls are free. You pay nobody for you to put things on your walls. If you want to, you don't want to pay for ads on social media platform. Very amazing. They are free. Facebook page is free. Opening a Facebook account is free. Opening a Google account, a Google My Business account, a YouTube channel, they are all free. Stay in your free role. But when the moment you hear advertising, there should be a project. There should be a budget before you think advertising. So I've spoken a whole lot in the last 10 minutes. I like in the last 30 minutes. I like keeping up to time. I would love questions for serious engagement and conversations because it's what is going to help this class. So I usually just do half of any time allocated to me. I was supposed to speak for 1 hour. I've done for over 30 minutes. So your questions, your engagement are going to pick my brain, pick my knowledge, pick my skills, pick my experiences, and we can achieve success together. Thank you so very much, Pendullum, for having me tonight. My name is David Oyovwayire. I should be the first and the last marketing strategies you want in your life or in your business in order to accelerate to that next level you'll be thinking about. Cheers.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Like you said, you've said a lot in the last 32 minutes, and I've already written a lot down. I'm sure those who are watching us and those who are going to watch the replay, I'm sure they will also learn a lot as well. So there are just two questions that I've seen so far. So I think we'll just take those two and we'll round up. Is that okay?
Yes, I very okay by me. And again, please, I apologize for you not seeing my beautiful face. My very fine young man. As in, I'm young and I'm fine, and I know it. Please, you have to do with my socials. Next time you will be hearing or you'll be seeing from me, I will be in Lagos, Nigeria, where I have all of my setup available. I am so sorry, Pendulum. I'm sorry to my amazing audience. But like I said, I was going to compensate you with the words, and I've done my best. Thank you so much for your understanding in advance.
It's all right. It's all right. They see your face on the flyer now, so they know what you look like. So there's no problem. So the first question, somebody is asking, which is better? If you are running ads, which is better? Is it better to run ads to generate leads and then maybe try to follow them up and nurture them, or to just throw a lot of money in and try to sell directly? Maybe try to get your targeting very right, target the right people, target the right places, put a lot of money so that you get a lot of reach, or you are trying to sell directly. Or is it better to go for lead generation, get people to come into your funnel, your WhatsApp, your group, whatever, and then try to nurture them, follow them up before selling to them at the end? Which, in your experience, which one do you think will convert more?
All right. So this thing works for different ways for different people. All right. So before now, what I will always say is that I will always teach you my own method. Well, okay, by the grace of God, I'm currently doing I'm currently undergoing my master's degree in marketing from the prestigious Lagos State University, Ojo. And I've learned a few things. I think I had an interview this morning and I said the same thing. I was asked the question, all right, so why do you want this job, bro? I was like, okay, I've added a lot of experience. Like I have like 4 or 3 years experience in digital marketing, and I have learned some new things that I didn't even know were in the corridors of the Nigerian education system. And the lady was like, are you serious? I was like, yes, I'm now ready to implement. So imagine I have relearned and I have unlearned. Okay. So what I do personally for my business, what I do is whenever I'm running ads, I don't run ads with the faith of instant conversion. I don't. And it's why consistency is key to me. I think at the rate at which I have gone for the past 3 to 4 years, I should be referred to as the king of consistency in Nigeria. There's no day I don't post. There's no time you will find me taking a leave or taking a break from social media. It not they happen. All right. So whenever I advertise, it is not always for instant conversion in my mind. I just want you to come to my funnel where I keep nurturing you because it's always sure for me that one day you go buy from me. Okay, one day you will buy from me. And I hate this. I used to this mindset I used to have wastage of leads. Okay, so I always feel like if there is a direct sales ads, and please, I'm going to come in 2 different perspectives so you will understand. Because I told you before that initially, if you ask me this question, I'm going to answer in only this way I am answering now. But now I'll give you another perspective because I have relearned and I have unlearned. Okay, so I don't like wastage of leads. So I always want everybody to come to my funnel because I always feel like everybody is important. I like money to the point that everybody, so as small as your 1,000 naira is very important to me. So I don't even want you to just go away. I've sold. See, someone have come to me and paid me 1,000 naira before. Someone has also come to me and paid me $1,000 before. You can see the difference. But at all times, I just like money. I just like the feel of that credit alert, irrespective of the figure. Just come, just send it to me, airtime whatsoever. So I don't like wastage of leads, and my leads are not for instant conversion. So I always run leads straight to my business. If you are buying instantaneously, thank you, Jesus. If you are not buying, thank you, Jesus. One day, I made a sale. I think that was second week of this month. Someone just came. I posted it on my status. He has been on my WhatsApp since 2021. We've not had more than 4 conversations. And the first payment he made to me was 100,000 naira on the dot, just for a session, 100K, just like that. But he has been on my list since 2021. So imagine I let that kind of person go. And most times, see, you've had it before. I will tell you again. They don't even look like it. Their name don't even sound like it. Their name is not as push as my name, David Oyovwayire or Pendullum, Godsplan. Their name are just confused. Those are the people that will surprise you with either the recommendations or the referrals or the direct sale that your bank account needs for the next level. Okay, so that's on one side. But there are some products and there are some entrepreneurs that at all times you should run direct sales. Because there are offers with time limitations. I come again. There are offers with time limitations. Why I mentioned entrepreneurs? Because they have goods and services that are also perishable. So I cannot have Gary or I cannot have cola nuts, and I want to sell, and I'm thinking of coming through to me as a lead. No, you need to come to me as a buyer. You need to come to me as a customer. So different products, different services, different strategies. Identify what you are doing or what you want to achieve. What's the time frame in it? Then you will know if you are running ads for leads or if you are running for sales. If you are running for leads, you will not need a complicated sales funnel. You might not even need a sales. You at all times you need a sales funnel. And please let me try and just simplify this in like 30 seconds. Whenever I mention a sales funnel, it must not be technical by you creating a landing page. A sales funnel can just be you putting in your diary or your book. It's step by step you are going to use in achieving the lead and the lead dropping on your WhatsApp. So it can be true anyway. So when I mention a landing page, I know, and I'm fixing it to something, a landing page, meaning you must build something. You must have a mini website as aka landing page. But it says one must not be technical. It says one can just be, okay, I will collect it from Facebook. I will send in my number. I will come to my WhatsApp. That's a sales funnel, as simple as ABC. But when you use the word landing page, you're not adding technicality to whatsoever you are doing. Okay, so that's that for that. But if you are selling, depending on what you are selling, you will always need a sales funnel, a landing page and a sales funnel. Let me use those two words. It has to be a rigorous process because you are selling. You have to handle objections. You have to lay out what you are getting, how much you are getting, and so on and so forth. Just like this new project that's trending online, the teddy bear, the pre-order for the teddy bear. So they are selling to you directly. There's no need for. They are not looking for leads. They are not looking for leads. They are looking for sales. So at all times, whenever you post a picture, they are telling you that the teddy bear ebook is on a pre-order, 1,000 naira, buy now. So, and you will not tell me that the teddy bear book will be selling after their marriage. No, it's just for now. So these are what I'm talking about. There are factors you consider. The first factor is the time frame, the kind of goods or service that's involved. Those are the two major things that you have as an entrepreneur. And I say this all the time. Sorry to say, if the shoe fits, well, you can also wear it and get better. Myself, I'm still trying to get better. As a Nigerian, as an entrepreneur or freelancer, you cannot be dull. Once you hear words or terminologies like this, you go back and you research on what they are and get a better understanding. Except it's a paid version, and yes, we're not scared to say it. You cannot get everything from our free conferences. You have to go further more by booking consultation with Pendullum or myself, or putting the works on going on YouTube or Google to learn more about the terminologies that are being used. So I mentioned time frame, the kind of goods and services. Then go and research and you will understand if you are running ads for your leads or if you are running ads for sales. So this is the best I can do with the time available to me. Thank you, Pendullum. Please, what's the second question? Or is there a further question, a follow-up question to this?
Yeah, so you've answered that one completely. So let's just take the second one and then we are done. Now, the second one is a question we see many times. They're asking what makes our ads not convert sometimes. Many of us, we've spent money on Facebook ads, we paid people, say, supposed experts, but they run ads and at the end of the day, we don't see results. So what are those things that can make our ads not convert so that maybe next time we can avoid them?
Omo, it's this question. So at a time, I'm an expert. There was a time, I think that was last year, February. My ads conversion on all level was standing at above 95%. Meaning any advertising project I involved myself, the conversion rate was 95%. Any of my clients before February 2022 rather, we confirmed this. See, I got to a point where my ads skills dropped to my ads conversion, not my ads, it dropped to as low as 55%. That same last year. So this is what I try to explain. I think if I should score myself currently, I'm poor. I think I'm sitting about with 70% conversion rate for ads currently. So this is what I always say. There's no advertising expert or a digital marketing expert that knows it all. And I think a friend called me, Joel Amaware, is popular online. Joel Amaware. He called me, I think that was last month. He was trying to encourage me to simplify and start rejecting some niches, and I should leverage on the ones that I've identified myself with so much result for. All right. And why is this important? Niches are different, industries are different, and there's so much competition right now because of the level of poverty in Nigeria. If you think you're advertising a product, there are 28 other persons advertising that same product with you. And again, realistically, these platforms are not being owned by us, either by the ad expert or by the product owner. We are all intermediary, meaning I'm like a middleman between you and this platform. The best I can do is to assume and do my best. The result is still solely determined by the platform. So, but what can you do to make your ads work better? So, currently, what I advise people is always put in test your ads with any ad, your whatever your advertising budget is at all times. Impute first and foremost 30% of it. impute first and foremost just 30% of that your ads budget for trial and error. If it will work, you will know. If it will not work, you will also know. Then you go back. You keep doing that until you know what will work. That's just the best advice I have for anybody. If you want to run adverts on any platform, either influencer marketing, Facebook advertising, Google advertising, first and foremost, you should impute 30% of whatsoever your advertising budget is. After doing 30%, you will know whether it's going to work or not. So that will determine your next move. So I pray and I feel this will answer this question more. But trust me, failing at projects or failing at ads or failing at whatsoever, it's not personal, it's general. We all fail at a point. Myself, I am still failing at ads. Hear it from me, David. Why I still fail at ads? I've been running ads for the past 4 years. I still fail at it at times. But I pick myself up and I tell myself the truth. Then I try to go on. I hope this helps someone. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. You have given us 5 minutes of your time, and we are grateful. Thank you for your expertise, for your time, and for sharing with us so generously. We really appreciate. And I'll be your DM on WhatsApp. Let me just round up here.
All right. Thank you so very much, Pendulums, and see you soon. Bye, everyone.
All right, bye. All right. So I believe if you follow that session or if you're watching the replay, you must have learned 18 or 10 from that session. Okay. He talked about a lot of things. So if you didn't start from the beginning, do well to watch the replay and learn from what he has shared. And there's something very important he said. You cannot get everything free. In fact, even when you pay, you may not get everything, especially from one person. That's why this conference, I try to bring a lot of people. I brought 10 other people to join myself so that you get from this person, you get from this person, you get from this person. By the time you put all of them together, you have something substantial. But if you think you're going to get everything from one person, it's not possible. No one person has all the knowledge. Okay, even when you pay, even for a paid class, a paid coaching, a one-on-one training, you will still not get everything because that one person doesn't have everything. That's why learning never stops. Okay, that's why learning never stops. That's why you pay this person, you get what he has. You pay the other person, you get what he has. You add them together, and now you're better. You have more knowledge on whatever you're learning. Okay, you see this one that is free, you take it, you add to what you have. So many of you are standing still. Some of you think everything should be given to you free. You can't get everything free. Okay, and some of you, even the ones that are given to you free, you joke with it, you don't take it serious. Well, I believe you know what is best for you. But like he said, learn to pay for certain knowledge. Learn to pay for more. All right. Learn to pay for more. Learn to go beyond just free. Free is good, but paid is better. Okay. Paid is better. Free is limited. Free can only take you so far. When you pay, you go far further. Okay. When you pay, you dig deeper. Okay. You have the right to ask me questions and demand that I answer you. If you're paying me, if you're not paying me, you may ask questions and I decide not to answer. All right. So in summary, he has said a lot about ads. Ads are very important for your business. If you want to scale, okay, paid advertising is how you scale. If you're selling two, three pieces of your product a day and you want to sell 10, 20, 30, the way to sell that is to reach more people. And how do you reach more people? Through paid advertising. You pay Facebook to show your product to more people. You pay YouTube to put your product before more people. So if you've not been advertising, put advertising as part of your business expenses. Make it part of your budget. Whenever you create budgets, you don't put ad budgets there. That's wrong. Put ad budgets as part of what you do. Even if you're not running every time, you could run ads once in every month, maybe 1 week every month, or once in 2 months, once in 3 months. You commit some funds to giving your business visibility. giving your business publicity. See, if nobody knows what you're doing, you're just it's like winking at a girl in the darkness. Nobody's seeing you. So you're doing your business, but nobody's seeing you. Nobody knows what you're doing. You need to show people what you're doing. That's only when they can buy from you. And advertising is how you show people what you're doing, how you put what you're doing in front of hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of people. All right. So it is not advertising is not an expense, it's a business investment. It's money that you're putting to grow your business. Don't think you're wasting money. You're using that money to grow your business. You're bringing in the leads, bringing in the customers, or making the sales that will ultimately grow your business. All right. There's a reason advantage starts with ad, because ads is your advantage as a business person. Okay. The difference between one guy that is selling well and another person that is not selling well may just be ad. That person is more visible. That person is showing their product more, and so more people are buying. Okay. So I will end here for today. Like I said some time ago, if you want to learn more, if you want to go beyond free, you want to learn more about advertising, copywriting, content creation, WhatsApp monetization, email marketing, affiliate marketing, digital product creation, so many different areas of sales and marketing, then you should join the Pendulum Sales College. All right, join the Pendulum Sales College. It's a 3 month long training, and it's self-paced, and it's everything has been recorded and kept for you. You have voice notes, you have text, you have videos, you have materials that you go through at your pace, digesting it as in bits and pieces as much as you can take at a time. And then if you have any questions, you have any challenges, you always have access to me to ask your question. So in this college, I think we are about there are about um, 20 or so experts who are there to teach you. Okay, you learn about closing. I didn't even mention that. So many experts in different areas that are there to teach you all these different aspects of sales. When you go through this college and you complete it, you become so much better with sales, with marketing as a whole. Okay, you will learn how to create offers, you learn how to build sales funnels, you will learn how to build sales pages, and so many others, how to generate leads, how to run ads. Okay, it is part of the curriculum in the college. All these things are there. So I said the college sells for 50,000 naira, and that's even a steal considering everything you're getting. But for the duration of this conference alone, from the 21st when we started to the 31st of August, I said you can get in at a 50% discount. So that means you can pay just 25,000 naira to get in. And the best part is you don't have to pay it at once. You can pay in 2 installments. So you can pay 15,000 to get in, and then some weeks later you pay the balance. So it doesn't have to be so heavy on you. You can split the 50% that is remaining, 25,000 naira, into two. You pay 15, you pay 10 later. All right. So there's no excuse for you not to get in, except you're comfortable where you are. If you desire to, grow, then you need the required knowledge to get to that next level. So that is the link on the screen. Check it out, see what you're getting, see what other people have said, those that have taken the college, and then you can use the coupon code SWS to get your discount. If you're purchasing it from that site, from seller, then when you're checking out, use the coupon code SWS to get your discount of 50%. All right. So I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be having another guest, Teresa Ayelari will be here. If you know Teresa, you know that she's one of the best when it comes to marketing, sales, copywriting, closing in this part of the world. You cannot call 10 of the best sales women in Nigeria and you don't mention Teresa Ayela. So she'll be here tomorrow to teach you how to sell more, how to sell without stress using compelling copywriting. Copywriting is one of the greatest tools any salesman can have. fact, copywriting is the language of sales. It's the skill of sales. Copywriting is sales. Sales is copywriting. You don't have to write copies. To sell online will be difficult for you. If you can master copywriting, you will not struggle with sales. All right. So tomorrow, come and learn from Teresa how to sell without stress using compelling copywriting. Teresa is a great teacher, so I'm sure she will break it down for you to the barest understandable level. Okay. So I'll see you tomorrow, 7. Okay. Tomorrow's session is by 8 p.m. So be here by 8 p.m. to learn from her, and I'm sure you will have a great time. So get into the college. Make sure you grab the discount before it expires, and do well to keep implementing all you've learned. We've learned 4 aspects of selling without stress so far. Make sure you implement it and watch as your business grows by leaps and bounds. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a